Hey students from around the world, it's Jerremy Alexander Newsome with Real Life Trading. I do in fact hope you're having a most wondrous Wednesday. And of course I'm over here on the Real Life Trading Facebook page. If you guys ever get a chance, hop over here and click the like button. Had some students post some requests, which if you guys ever want to request anything, feel free to. Looking at ACHN and S&P. SAP yesterday was a decent gap. I agree. It was what I would refer to as a gap and go, right? We had a white candle, we gapped down, and therefore anyone who bought in this general area was being trapped, right? They're losing money because they had bought in and the stock is gapping down. And it didn't really play out as well, mostly because that type of gap in the early morning, if you're looking at the stock, notice how it has gaps in the morning all the time. So I agree. It definitely was a good gap. The edge was bearish, and if you took it, you definitely did not get hosed. 1 hour loss, mitigated your risk, and smiled. But this was a stock that gaps often in the morning. It's likely traded 24 hours in the day, and that's what causes those particular stocks. ACHN, looking at this particular one, this has made it back up to a resistance level, and I was actually asking Lita today in the trading floor, she was still in this particular position, and she said she exited for a fat profit not too long ago, so I thought that was incredible. But we're right at the 1382 extension on this wave. So here's the wave that I'm looking at back in August. So here's the bullish wave, here's the retracement of that momentum, and what I'm doing is I'm extending the momentum, right? So 1527, strong resistance, and at that resistance, I would imagine that we likely could pull back and trade sideways for a little bit longer potentially. So if you're in this trade, doing a 16 or 17 covered call, if you get exercised at that point, you're definitely making a profit, but it likely will pound out this resistance for a little bit longer, and keep an eye on the breakout, because if it does break out, it would be quite delicious. Let's look at one other gap from today. And this gap was a gap that Brad Reed just absolutely soiled. Ticker symbol EGO. And as you guys know, I talk about on my website for free how to day trade gaps. I don't think there's any reason to charge for that information. So this is what I refer to as a gap and go. And it's a gap and go because it's trapping people and it's gapping below some pivots. Well, if it's a gap and go, let's go find out if it's a perfect gap and go. So the daily candle is white. So let's go to the hourly candle. Hourly candle is white and it's gapping below some pivots. The 15-minute candle is white and the 5-minute candle from yesterday is white. So all candles on all time frames are white. So this would have been a perfect gap and go, which means you're looking at the 1-minute chart when this stock opens. So if we come over here on EGO, here's the 1-minute chart. These are 1-minute candles. And initially, right, you take the 2-minute low. So here's your 2-minute low, here's your 2-minute high, and it did not trigger for about 9 minutes. So once the 9 minutes came and gone, boom, there's the trigger. So you could have gotten in approximately at 6:58 today. Your stop might have gone a little bit higher than the 2-minute high, so approximately here, maybe even as high as here, the high of the day. And realistically, that was just a beautiful, beautiful home run trade. I mean, it's just phenomenal. Bearish entry here, stop at least approximately around there somewhere. There's 2R, so that's twice your risk profit. And down here might be 3R, but you're probably getting trailed out somewhere over here. And regardless, you definitely made at least 1R on EGO. And that's kind of my thought process, right? 1R a day keeps the bill collector at bay. So if we can do that, we're doing pretty well. So let's hop over to Apple, which actually was another really, really pretty day trade. And I have a lot of students who trade Apple often. And Apple today, let me go over and find where it's at, was a retest gap. So if we go into the hourly chart, you'll see why. Yesterday and today was a retest gap. Yesterday was a retest gap because it gapped up and the candle was white. So it was a gap and go on the daily. So we go into the hourly chart, find out it's not a perfect gap and go, it's a retest. So stock gaps up, here's the retest, here's where you buy, here's your stop, and boom, beautiful trade on Apple. Today, exact same thing. So if we come into the daily chart, you can see today's a white candle, gapped up, today's a retest gap. So if you come in the 5-minute chart for the retest today, you can see that, we trade up, pull back, boom, boom, and here's kind of the retest in this general area, right? If we come over here to the exponential moving averages, you can see that we really bounce right off the 10 Entry could have been approximately 109.15. Stop could have been approximately 108.68. And here's your 2R target at the top of the day. Definitely locking in some profit and being pretty happy about that trade. So on Apple, my expectations right now, we have earnings right around the corner. We absolutely have some lower highs. We have some pretty strong lows here. And I think we're just going to pound this out until earnings. And if we start gapping on earnings, preferably if we gap above 113, that'd be a very, very strong bullish gap. And if we gap below 104, that would be a pretty bearish gap. So we'll see. I don't really know what else we will do on Apple. And on Weeklies Wednesday in the trading floor with Real Life Trading, one thing that we do is we look at spreads. And I'll kind of give you guys an update on the spreads that we placed today and live during the market hours. We did a 197, 196 bull put expiring this week. You guys can kind of see my trading plan for that right there. Here's the QQQ, which was another one that we placed this week. 99, 98 bull put spread. And there's our analysis on that as well, kind of where to keep an eye on it. Green Mountain Coffee Roasters is another one expiring today. Chris, Tom, and myself, we got in a few days ago, but we're still keeping a close eye on Green Mountain Coffee Roasters. So I'll update you guys on Friday with how that particular spread plays out. And, of course, Netflix. Netflix was another one that we looked at today. This is a really, really pretty retest gap. We did retest a little bit today. 420 is a very, very good resistance level on Netflix, and this is a bear call spread expiring tomorrow, and there's my analysis for it. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that one as well. But overall in the general market, guys, I still am a little bit more bullish than bearish, expecting a little bit of a bounce, some bullish continuation. I'm more bullish than bearish, kind of neutral at the moment. A little bit of a pattern like that, and then maybe in February break out and continue higher. So that's what I'm keeping my eye on, and we'll see how the bull put spreads and everything plays out this Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching this real life stock review. I truly do appreciate it. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Spread the word about real life trading. We are a program that we offer free education, reallifetrading.com. We try to get the masses informed and educated so that they can know a little bit more about day trading, a little bit more about how to create a trading plan, mitigate risk, and of course, be a real life trader. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great afternoon. I'll see you later. And until Friday, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. See ya.